Hello. Hi, guys. I know it's been a couple of months, but I'm back. Welcome to my podcast, The Afterlife Thoughts. My name is Axel Mai. I'm your host, of course. But this episode, I'll just be basically part two of the second episode. Um, I just wanted to update you guys where I left off, even though I don't quite remember as to where I left you guys off. Because a lot has happened during those months that I've been away. You know, I have a valid reason as to why I wasn't like creating any new episodes, but yeah. But I'll speak about it later. But if you're new here, thank you for joining us. And if you're coming back, you know, listening to my voice again, thank you. um, I don't remember much where I left you guys off, but I know where I left you guys off when I started recording the episode, and is to when I posted it, is when I got sick. I was sick. I felt like like a little cough there, a little you know a little headache while recording that. And when I posted it and I went to sleep and I woke up the next day, I felt like complete shit. I just felt like I was run over, girl. I just felt like everything happened to me during my sleep, and it was not the most pleasant time to be alive, honestly. Um, cause this is because of course I felt like pain. I felt like this pain before, not this type of pain, but from another like reasons why. Cause I don't know if I mentioned before, but I did have surgery during April, the beginning of this month. I mean, this year. And yeah, almost died from that, but I'm okay. I've recovered. um, and then after that, I was like good, just living life, being stupid, doing whatever, playing games, just I don't know, being my dog. But yeah, um, after when I got sick this 2 months ago, it's just I didn't know what was going on with me. I went to the doctor. It took me a while to go to the doctor because I was scared, honestly scared as to what is wrong with me. And I'm the type of person to like I don't know. I'd rather not know than just freak myself out. But then I was just like, if it's something serious, I do have to check myself out and just have to see how to treat myself and stuff like that. I'm glad I did. But when I went to the doctor, they were basically just telling me because I told them that I had headaches, my eyes were hurting, I felt my throat was just like it just was too much, and I don't know what else other systems my bones and my body was like aching, and I told them that, and they just told me, oh, you probably just have an infection in your throat. I'm like, what the hell? So they put me on. They gave me two shots onto my cheeks, on my ass, and it does hurt. And then it told me, oh, just go home, um, relax, and then each day for 5 days, you could. They have to inject me with um the thing to like the bacteria or whatever I had in my throat. I don't know what. Honestly, the doctor didn't even explain much to me. They just thought that was what was causing my fever and stuff like that. And yeah, I was basically um getting injected for almost like 5 days straight, and it hurt like hell. But yeah, I did that. I didn't get better. I felt when I took the thing, around an hour or two after I was injected, I felt completely fine. Of course, I felt like some pain there, but not like where I wasn't like I couldn't move. Cause when I got sick, I just couldn't move. I couldn't I felt like I mentioned I was honestly dying. So after I took the shots, it's just like okay, I'm back to normal, but not completely. But it's better I'm feeling better. But I went to sleep, I woke up, and it's the same thing again. It's just my head going on, like just full on headache that I haven't experienced since I was like a child. Because honestly, now that I'm like grown, like I don't remember the last time I got a headache before that. It was probably when I was like 14, probably when I got like sick. I haven't never gotten sick since then, but obviously I got sick 2 months ago. But that happened, and then I told my dad, I was like, "Oh, dad, like my head is still hurting, and my body feels extremely hot, but at the same time extremely cold." And they told me that, oh, because my f- we grew up in like a religious household, that we're Mayans, and they believe this and that, whatever. So they told me that I was pasmado, which basically means that whenever your skin, not, I mean, your blood is in contact with hot or cold, and it changes temperature quickly from either hot or cold prior to what you had. Like, oh my God. Sorry. Like, let's say I was like in the sun for about an hour, my blood, stuff like that. My temperature in my body is like really hot. And let's say I go straight to take like a cold shower. They thought it was that, and they took me to this person that usually just pinches my finger, pinches my elbows, and then pinch my kneecaps, and then pinch my knee, no, my feet. Um, and then when they did that, they usually see if the blood is like um thick or like blackish or whatever. And my blood did come out like that. And they were like, "Oh my God, so you're pasmado. That's why you're getting these fevers and stuff like that." And they were just telling me, they're like, "Oh, if you didn't come in, like, if you when you get pasmado, you just have like it's like a week until your body like fully starts like shutting down, because your blood is not circulating properly, and just like your blood, like I mentioned, your blood gets thick, and it's not like moving where it's not like circling where it's supposed to, and how it's supposed to normally function in your body. It's not getting to your brain, it's not getting to your heart, and all stuff like that, whatever." And yeah, that happened, and they told me, "Oh, you have to bathe it with really hot water, but mixed with something." I don't remember what they bathed me with, but the water was like, had like leaves and stuff like that. But it was extremely hot. And yeah, I was bathed in that, and it just burned off my whole, honestly, it burned off my whole skin. It hurt so bad. It gave me like rashes and bumps. To this day, I sort of have like bumps, like sort of around my body, but not like to when um the day after I was bathed in the thing. And it was like they told me, "Oh, you can't get into contact with ear for almost like a week or probably." And another week went by, and I wasn't getting better. Um, but that time, my mom was leaving. I think my mom already left by then. I think she was in Cancun. She went to go on a trip or a vacation, because my brother and her and my sister-in-law, they wanted to go to Cancun, and they wanted to take my mom. So she was like, okay, she wanted to go. But yeah, and then my mom convinced me when I was talking to her over the phone. She convinced me to, get tested, check your blood, check how your liver's doing, check. It's like a general checkup. She just told me to do a general checkup to see what's going on with your body. And I was scared, but then I was like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I want to go do it, and then they just checked my blood. They did ultrasound to check my belly, and they checked my heart and everything. My heart, my well, basically my heart was the only one that came back like good, that it was beating correctly or whatever. And they told me, yeah, my blood's very low, because for males, I think my mom told me it's supposed to be at 14. and for females it's like 12, and my ones was like at 9. So I was like, estaba débil y después, um, I whenever I got up, I used to get dizzy and stuff. And yeah, I didn't want to tell my mom because my mom is the type of person to worry about me, especially since I'm the youngest. She worries about me, and I didn't want to tell her through the phone. So I was just lying, basically lying to her, saying like, "Oh, everything came back good." But yeah, because I didn't want to tell her through the phone while she was miles away in another countries, especially because I know how she goes on, and I decided to tell her, maybe you should come visit me again, after your trip is over and whatever. So what she did, and when she came, it's the one I told her like, what was wrong with me, and basically came back like my liver was like it had like something on it. I don't remember because honestly, it's already past me, but I had something wrong with my liver and my kidneys and stuff like that. My urine had an infection for some fucking reason. Um, they gave me pills for that, of course. And you know, I found out about something um that has honestly changed the way I'm supposed to live life. Um, it is kind of a dead sentence, but I'm not choosing to like focus on that aspect of the thing that I do have. But you know, it's whatever. I'm glad that I know what's wrong with me and what's wrong with my body. Um, I was prescribed pills, and these pills are for like the rest of my life. Um, in order for me to, continue living a normal life. But the thing is, I just have to, instead of, because honestly, I'm still not, I wasn't living, um, a healthy life prior to that. I never do. I'm like only junk food and then the unhealthy foods. I'm eating no greens. That's why I'm a fat ass. Yeah, and uh, it's changed the way my mentality. It's just I don't know how to like speak upon that because I'm still learning to live with the thing. It's nothing, it's nothing for me to worry about anymore. If I didn't know about the thing, it would honestly develop until, my body couldn't no more, and until I like basically just I shuts my whole body shuts down and then die. um but I'm glad that I do know what I have. I'm glad I'm on medications. It's nothing like the pill. They told me the pills were supposed to give me like like upset stomach, some headache, some muscle aches and stuff like that. But I'm glad it has not given me that like anything. So I'm glad about that. But I have changed the way I've been taking care of myself because they told me you have to stay active. You can't be just laying around. You have to get um you have to be physically um active and then be healthy, stuff like that. So I've been eating good. I've been trying to work out. It's not working really well because keep losing motivations. Because honestly, I wanted to do it with somebody, work out, go for a run every day, but I don't have that type of um friends that usually do that. So I have to do it on my own. But you know, like of course, like everybody else in the world, we're born alone. We're gonna die alone. So I have to do this for myself. Nobody will do it for me. I can't be saying like, oh, why am I so big? Why am I so fat? Because I always be complaining. But nobody will change that for me on but me. So I have to, whatever. But that was 2 months ago. When I found out about the thing that, could have killed me was on September 8th, 2025. Um, yeah, September 8th, 2025 is the one my life changed, but you know, I wasn't gonna tell none of my family members, but then when I got a call from my sister, she was asking me, how, like, what did it go? Like, what did the doctor say and stuff like that? And I told her, oh, I'm fine. And then she started pushing towards, like, oh, like, what, are you sure? Like, am I like telling the truth? And then, I just decided to, like, I just broke down on the call and just told her everything what the doctor told me. And, the life-changing thing that I was diagnosed with. But yeah, I wasn't gonna tell nobody, but then I was like, I'm glad that I did tell somebody from my family, or mentioned it, because I would honestly be just like killing myself mentally, and just being just like hating the idea that I have to live with this on my own. Of course, I'm living on my own, but like the idea of just not telling anybody and just being alone with this, not mentioning to anybody. Fuck, I don't know what. Sorry, just my brain. Um, but yeah, I did tell her, and then I did tell my best friend. She knows. My mom at that time I didn't tell my mom yet, and then we went to another doctor because I wanted to see, to see if it was like actually true what I had. He told me, yeah, but it's nothing to worry about. People with my condition live on, could live a pretty healthy life, and they could just stay on the medications, whatever, whatever. But it's nothing like it's not an not anything that you think of. It's something that a lot of people do have. It's like basically like a cancer type thing, but whatever. Um, and then I decided to tell my other sister, which was the oldest, the firstborn. I told her, and then she just told me, you better tell mom, I'm glad you told. She's like, okay, she's glad that I told someone, but the true person that will like help me throughout this whole thing would be my mom. So that was like, I told my mom, oh, like, um, I'm on medications for some certain things, and I didn't tell her what I had until I did, like, I think a week after I told her that I'm on medication, something like that. I told her like, oh, what I had, and she was like, okay, there's nothing to worry about. She's here for me, and as long as she's living, she'll take care of me, whatever. But yeah, I'm glad I found out what I'm living with. Um, it's not. I know it's not easy for some people. I reached out to a lot of people that because when at the hospital, I've asked if there's other people that are living with like in this life condition, that changed their life, and told me there's multiple people. Um, a few, but a lot that are around the world. Um, I've reached out to a lot of people with the help of the hospital. They were telling me, it's it's gonna be okay. You know, as long as I'm on medication, stuff like that. No, okay. But like, I just want to mention this. It's not like I don't want y'all to think anything disgusting, but anybody could get it. It's not like because I did something, it's, I got it. It's just basically like I said, it's like cancer. Anybody could get cancer, honestly. No, but hopefully nobody does. Well, nobody really, other gets cancer or whatever. Anyways, that's what happened. Glad that um like I mentioned, I'm sorry for just like repeating myself, but I'm glad um life has turned out since. I know I just see the future. I'm happy as to what I will become, you know? And yeah, I've had the love and support from my family, from my friend, someone that I could trust. Because honestly, and it's not that like I want to mention as to what I do have, but I'm glad that I mentioned it to the people that I could trust with this. But yeah, that's what happened. And moving on from that, after that happened, I messaged my school, fucking bitches. I messaged my school telling them, oh, why I've been absent for almost like a month. And I didn't mention to them that, I've been sick. I can't come into school, I can't do school right now because, dealing with a lot of things right now. That was before, like, I found out what it was. And they told me, oh, like after everything was like over, I'm recovering. Um, they're telling me, oh, just because you didn't do this and that, there's no, it's not our fault, Even though I didn't mention to them that I was sick, it's not like I didn't go. I just like abandoned school and then came back and then told them what happened. No, I didn't mention as to what happened, stuff like that. But whatever. Um, they wanted to pay me. I told them no. Well, they told me, oh, you have to pay for the full tuition, even though you didn't, even though you attended fucking two classes, bitch, of the year. Girl, fuck you. Anyways, I talked them down into reducing my tuition, which they actually ended up doing. So I'm glad about that. But anyways, after that situation, I did have to relocate from where I was living, which was Cayo, San Ignacio. Oh my god, I can. Oh my god, it's just like the thought. Fuck. I didn't like that I had to, move back to the island because that's something that when I moved, I was like so happy to be out of the island to be somewhere new, start a new life. But unfortunately, my mom told me, it's best for me to move back for, at least a year, whatever, to fully like recover. And fuck, I just honestly I miss my village life. It was the best time of my whole year. Honestly, 2024, I think was like January, whatever. 2024 was the best fucking year. Of course, I got sick or whatever, but past that, it was the best. Like, I was just because I used to live in a village where there was few people around me. Well, there was basically nobody around me because my family owned land that basically was in the forest. And I love just being able to be with nature. And because in the island I'm just like at home. There's nothing here to do. It's been you know, coming from a person that was born here and lived here for almost 18 years of my life, it was just like it got boring. There's nothing to do. There's no like there's nothing that I find exciting about this place anymore. But then when I moved there, it was like a whole new place. Cause then my whole family grew up in that village or whatever. I'm just the only one out of my siblings that didn't grow up there. But I just I just see just like, being in a new environment, it has taught me so much about myself, I've this like, I've grown so much more confident and because of course moving to a new place, nobody knows you, no, because my family and stuff like them is like kind of known, whatever. They're like, if you see my brother, they're gonna be like, oh, well, that's him or whatever. But since they don't know me, since I've lived on the island, and people fucking think that island people are like this type of person, like it's fucking weird. Like just because somebody comes from some part that you don't like or some part that you have heard things about, but that doesn't make everybody the same. Like I've encountered people that has like thought like just because I'm on the island I'm fucking cocky or I'm like a fucking rich. No, bitch, I'm broke. And what the fuck would I be cocky, you know? That was honestly during high school, you know, being childish. And I was, you know, that type of person, but that, you know, I'm not like type of person to like, you know, be show you faces like just because, you know, I used did something wrong by me. You know, I've grown past that. I'm not like the people that I've like, you know, had encounters or disagreements during high school. You know, I honestly don't remember half of them. I don't even actually I don't remember mostly all of them. And to the people, you know, that I've had like so let's say beef with, um, I don't really care about them today. Like let's say someone I didn't like back in high school, they came up to me today and you know started talking to me. I like start talking back, you know. That's you know that type of person, whatever. And but anyways, yeah, they thought like on this type of person, but that was only in school and some other person. But and you know, anyways, back to what I was saying. Um, being in new places, nobody know me. Nobody knew that I was a part of this. Like this family, my family. You know, they didn't know I was this person's child or whatever. I was so happy I could dress how I want without being judged and stuff like that. Because of course I didn't care what they said because you know they don't they don't know me. And yeah, I've grown so much like to love myself, the confidence that I've gained when I was there, being in nature. I got a dog, something I could like. I always wanted a dog. Always wanted a cat. I always wanted like a pet on my own. I got that. I got my little baby. His name is Ollie. But yeah, you know, it just th- I was sorry. I was in the point of my life that I was truly happy as to where my life was heading. Being in a new environment, like I said, has taught me so much, and I'm grateful for that part, even that little part in my in this adult life because you know I turned 18 when I was on the village, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but you know, my 18 years, I spent 18 this year, 18, fuck. I'm 18. I spent it basically on the village, but I'm ending my 18 on the island, unfortunately. But whatever. Um, yeah, I'm glad that I got to experience that something new. Um, but I really do miss it. I miss the mountains. I just miss the way I used to felt. I used to like, oh my God, I just think about it. I just want to go back, but probably in the future because, you know, God has other plans for me, and maybe that's the village life is far down when I'm more older. But like going back to like school topic, after I messaged them, you know, that after they reduced my tuition or whatever, I've decided to, you know, since I'm gonna be doing on since I'm in the island and there's no colleges here, of course, I have to do online. And the school that I moved to didn't offer much classes online. It was usually in person. So I decided to go back to my old school, which is University of Belize, which basically is, you know, offers a ton more online. And, you know, it's like a 50-50. And I could do my studies online. Glad I could do it. I could start working because, you know, who does like money, you know? um, but yeah, that's basically how my life will be for until I graduate, I think. Um, that's what happened with my life. Even though I mentioned that I wasn't gonna go back to that school, you know, because you know, honestly, after my surgery, from the like whatever after the surgery, um, you be, just like, I don't know. I just wanted something new, something more closer to where I was, because I had to travel every day back and forth, and it was just like kind of tiring. When I got home, I didn't want to do nothing or whatever. It was like draining. So I decided to pick like a newer school that was literally just a bus ride away, which took like 30 minutes, whatever, rather than like 2 hours just to get to a school, because the school was like in Belmopan, and my new school was right where I lived, whatever. But yeah, that's basically my school situation, and I'm just waiting to go back on January of 2026. I'm glad to I'm honestly miss school. I haven't been nothing with I feel so out of place right now. There's nothing going on in my life, cause like I don't know. I'm the type of person that like I need something going on with my life for my life to feel like for me to feel like a person. When I was in high school, I would just basically the normal routine: wake up, get ready for school, go to school, come out at 3 o'clock, probably hang out with somebody, probably, or just come back home, and then the day restarts again. But then when I got into band, I had after school's activity. I had purpose to continue doing. Just being energized. I need to do something with my life for me to feel like I'm actually contributing something into this world. Even though it's back then it was just dancing. Like honestly, I'm contributing entertainment. Yep. But yeah, I need to do something, and right now I'm not doing nothing. I wanted to get a job, but since it's been slow season, it hasn't been going good. I've applied to many jobs. They haven't gotten to me back, but it's like whatever. I don't know. If they don't get me, well, it's just like I'll just stay home. Probably do like probably just play games. What I've basically been doing. I got back into playing Fortnite. Oh my god, I don't know why. Um, Let me see. Let me write about this. The last season of Fortnite, it was I honestly don't even know what chapter or what season we're in, and I got back into playing Fortnite, and I was like, this is kind of boring. I don't know. I don't want to play this no more. But then, luckily, I was in the ending of the season. I joined back when the ending of the season, and um, on November 1st is the when a new season came out. When a new season come out, and it was themed around the Simpsons. I don't know if anybody likes Simpsons, but I didn't watch growing up, but I've heard about it. It's not something that's new to me, but this season, honestly, it's been really amazing. I don't know, it's just the cartoonish type around the whole entire map, and the small map just reminded me when I was like a kid, when back in Fortnite days, when the map was like small as well, and it was like cartoonish and stuff like that. It just brings back like some sort of feeling and nostalgia into me, even though it's a completely different from the OG map. But whatever, people that play Fortnite will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this season, it's been 3 days now into the new season, and I actually kind of getting addicted back into Fortnite. But before I got back into Fortnite, I was playing. Me and my friends usually play Roblox, but then one day we were like, oh, we should create a new Roblox. I'm not a new Minecraft world, and that's what we've been doing. And I I bought a realm. Well, prior to me getting a realm, my friend we started making new world. Started doing creative, and like we just got into survival, and then after we started using creative is the when that's when we got bored, and that was like we should start a new world, and I was honestly getting tired of like waiting for my friend to join his world so I could join him because it was his world. So, and then you have to wait for them to be online and in the world for you to join them and play in the world. So I was like, let me get a realm, guys. You have to pay for the realm, but like I honestly don't mind. It's that the realm basically you could 10 of your friends could play into the world, whether you're online or not. It's just based on whatever they want to play. So honestly, somebody could be playing right now. I don't even know. But almost honestly, after this podcast, I'm recording and after I upload it or whatever, I'm probably gonna be playing Minecraft. If not, I'm gonna be sleeping. I don't know what I'll be doing, but probably doing playing Fortnite or playing Minecraft. But honestly, life's been going great. life, life right now, I'm recovering. I'm in a healthy place. My body's good. My health is good. My spiritual being, I'm finding self peace. My peace. I have peace of mind. I'm good. I don't know how to say it. Like right now, I'm good. Even though the one downfall is like me moving back to the island or whatever. But that's nothing that I could change. Whatever. It's just like a little setback. But I'm honestly been doing good. You know, um, just knowing that I have love and support are all around me. Um, it just has been really helping me with my mental health. Because physically, of course, like I mentioned, I'm not the complete um where I want to be, but I will get there with dedication. And you can't do that without love and support. And I'm glad that I have that. Basically, that's what I've been doing. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite. But honestly, um, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite and then I'm playing Roblox, playing Minecraft, Just it's just bringing back so many memories because it's so much fun playing with people rather than you're like playing by yourself. Don't be nasty. Anyways, um, it's just been fun. But moving past that, honestly, I don't know how long this episode is gonna be. It's probably gonna be short because I'm recording around 5 o'clock in the morning. I started when I was like around 4 or something. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to update you guys. Tell you guys how I'm doing, where I've been. Um, like a little recap. I got sick and you know found out what it was. All that. I'm okay. I will be okay. I am okay. Um, I'm recovering. I'm I'm getting to the point where I want to be, not soon, but working towards it. But yeah, basically just that's all I wanted to talk about for this episode. I'm sorry, I know it's like kind of short. It's because I usually make my episodes typically 1 hour, but this time I just want to make it a little bit shorter because right now I don't have many topics. Like I mentioned, I just wanted to update you guys on how my life has been, and I really do apologize for the like how I be speaking honestly, because I be saying like what whatever. I honestly don't know how to speak, but I'm not fucking. Who am I fucking writing to, bitch? This is my fucking personal diary, and this is my motherfucking podcast, bitch. Who the fuck gonna check me? I could speak who the fuck I want, but but honestly, thank you for watching. Well, thank you for hearing me rant about my life. Thank you if you even care. I don't know, but thank you. Like don't worry about me no more. Hopefully you'll probably have another episode. New topics, whatever. Um, next Monday, hopefully. But like I mentioned, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for listening to me yap once again. But but it's whatever. Um, like I said, stay curious, stay kind, stay out of the DMs, and most importantly, put that down. Well, I'll hopefully see you next week. Hopefully, if is God willing, I'll see you guys next week. You know, whatever. I'll probably speak about like what's going on. Whatever. I'll fucking see you next week. Bye. Love you guys. Mwah.